Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. And through the snowflakes, we are off from Foxborough. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
And in year 2, it's really where we see the growth between being a rookie starting quarterback in the NFL and now a quote-unquote veteran quarterback in the NFL. And some of those early lessons that he went through, the ups and downs that are inevitable for any young rookie quarterback, now it's can he build on those? Can he take that next step and become the leader of this organization that they all think he can be?
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Again, it's Henderson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a gain of 12 then. Good for a Patriots first down.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan. But if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
On the handoff, Henderson. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
At the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he will get into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Pats will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Woo! Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former number 1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
3rd down and 14.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official. This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On the return is Jones. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Walker on the stop. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's May. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First catch of the game for Diggs, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
A run, and this is Henderson. And tough with defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On the give, it's Henderson. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
And it all starts with that missed block up front. Anytime a defender's able to get upfield and vertical that far, there's just really not much you can do to stop him.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now May. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt.
For the Patriots.
Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jags offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne, and he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a dozen. A very quick 1st down.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
He's taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Etienne. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A gain there of 11. First down, Jacksonville.
First down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was taken down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through one here on Thursday Night Primetime. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Here's 3rd and 7. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. As they come up now on 3rd and 7. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
You just don't see a lot of running backs given the chance to make those sort of plays, especially against double coverage. But he continues to come up big for his quarterback. He's going to continue to give him every shot in the world.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 26-yard line.
2nd and 11. Lawrence now. To the left side. It is caught by Mike.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's swung out to ETN. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
ETN. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to ETN. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all time, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. May gonna hold on to this one.
Drake May on the keeper. He was brought down by Jerry Jones. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. To throw now, May. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Devin Boyd on the coverage defensively.
Here's Bryce Behringer now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Lawrence going to keep this himself. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 16
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone replay is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To throw is Lawrence. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
May to throw on 2nd down. He's up to the 20, and he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
1st down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screenplay.
Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. From out of the gun, here's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Once more, it's Henderson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
2nd and 10. operating from the shotgun. It's May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Snow continuing to fall as we get set for the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And all of these downs, they're all tied together. Decisions made on 1st and 2nd down are what led to that result on 3rd. They were forced into an obvious passing situation on 3rd and long, and this pass rush is able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
And now the punting unit will come on. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. And the zone read, a give to Henderson. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, New England.
1st and 10.
I've always gone with the logic on the zone read, Mike, defensively, that you want to tackle the back. Make the quarterback keep it, because in this case, as you see, he gives the ball to his back with a hole. He can take it a long way.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done, and really nice job here by the defensive front.
And he'll be marked down at the 7, and it will set up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 18.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is May. They'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
Stevenson. A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is May. He'll get this off to Stevenson. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. 3rd and 7. Patrick motioning here. Lawrence. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
This brought in out past the 20. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. To throw on first down is May. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 19-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll try the left side with Henderson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's into the end zone. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots.
There's a lot of teams around the league, Mike, that are very hesitant to design plays that call for their quarterback to run with the ball. There's a lot of factors at play that go in whether the play is successful or unsuccessful. Well, here, all those factors lined up perfectly because he got the right look, made the right decision, and next thing you know, he's in the end zone for 6.
The extra point is up and through. And the Patriots will get out in front 17-7.
Jaguars 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregamas is back to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
a pickup there of 28 yards.
And the Jaguars, first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
Jacksonville.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Thursday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. 4th quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He pulls it in around the 5.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good good versus man. It's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score. So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Stevenson. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Patriots first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Oyasade Aluakin on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Working out of the gun. It's May. That's caught downfield by Diggs. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, New England.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on. Taken down after a gain of 4.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. Now they'll run option left to the short side of the field. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. A couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on down. The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. here's Lawrence.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Lawrence now. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. And the player that is down is Trevor Lawrence. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. We'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
He's brought down at
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. We'll talk things over before third down. They'll run a draw now with Stevenson. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Patriots first down. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
45-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
The quarterback runs it on the action. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Give up the middle to Stevenson. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a first down.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10.
And with the game on the line, Mike, here, fourth quarter, you put the ball in the hands of your running back behind this big offensive line. Great job, 2 hands on the ball. Powers ahead for the first down, and that should all but end this one.
So it's a win for the Patriots. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans are going to have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners at home, as we say so long from Foxborough.